find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honor upon a young Florentine named Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
I pray you, has Signor Montalto returned from the wars or not?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the war of any sort.
What is he that you ask of, niece?
My cousin, the Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and he was whoever he was.
How many have he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many have he killed? For I promised to eat all of his killing.
He hath done good service in these wars, lady.
You had musty victuals, and he had hope to eat it. He's a very valiant trencherman, he has an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier, too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed all with honor and virtue.
Oh, it is so indeed. He is truly a stuffed man. But as for the stuffing, well, we're all mortal.
We must forgive my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
Is it possible?
Very easily possible. He wears his face, but it's the fashion of his hat. Never changes with the next law.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No. And he were, I would burn my study. But who is his companion now? Is there no young squire ready to make a journey with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord. You'll hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught in the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio, he hath caused Benedict. It would cost him £1,000 ere he'll cure it. Don Pedro is approaching.
Shout out, so loud and strong. For wherever you go, you will always know that the caissons are rolling along.
Front base, march! At ease. Break. Good Signor Leonardo, are you come to meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid cost and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. When you depart from these sorrow lives, happiness takes its leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. Ah, I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, then ask her.
Signor Benedict, no, for then you were but a child.
Truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father. If Signor Leonardo be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders, for all Messina is like him as she is.
I wonder that you would still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she is such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself was compared to Disdain. You were in her presence.
That is courtesy a turncoat, but it is certain I am loved of all ladies.
Oh,
Only you accepted, and I would I could find it in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
huh. A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood am of your humor for that. I'd rather hear a dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse. It were such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuum. But keep your way. In God's name I have done.
You always ended in Jane's trick. I know you of old.
Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least a month, but he hardly prays some occasion may detain us here longer.
I bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I've not many words, but I thank you.
Please see your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonard. We will go together.
Is thou not the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak out of my custom, as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she's too little for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too low for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, well, she were unhandsome, and be no other, but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I have been sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow?
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary if Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of threescore again? Go to in faith, and thou wilt needs thrust thy neck into a yoke, dwell a prudent bit, and sigh away Sundays.
What secret hath held you here? That you followed not to Leonardo's.
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
Charge thee on thy allegiance.
On my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love. Mark how short his answer is. Oh, was Leonardo's short daughter Hero?
Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two troths in face, my lord, if I spoke mine,
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
and I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she is worthy, is an opinion that fire cannot mellow me. I will die in it at the stake.
Well, as time shall try. Thou was ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will have her rechafed, wimbled in my forehead, or hang my bugle in some invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. For I will not do them the right to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die. Look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord. Not with love.
Well, as time shall try. In time the savage bull doth bear the young.
Ah, the savage bull may. But if ever the sensible Benedict Barrett pluck off the bull's horns and place them in my forehead, and let it be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here is a good horse to hire, and let them signify under my sign, here is Benedict the married man.
Nay, if Cupid had not spent all his quiver in Venice, thou wilt quake for the shore.
I'll look for an earthquake too then.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
None but Hero. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord. When you went onward in ascended action, I looked on her with a soldier's eye. That liked, but had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I return, and that warm thoughts have left their places vacant. In the rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires. I'll probably be how fair young Hero is, saying that I
we shall have revelings tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair hero I am Claudio. And in her bosom I will clasp my heart, and take her here as prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then to her father shall I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be done.
How now, wife? Where is your daughter? Has she provided this music?
She's very busy about it. But husband, I can tell you strange news that you yet dreamt not of.
Are they good?
As the event stamps them, they show a lot of it. The prince and Count Claudio will thus much overheard. The prince discovered Count Claudio that he loved our daughter, and to acknowledge it this night in the dance. And if you find recorded, then take the present time by the top and instantly break with the oven.
I will acquaint our daughter with all, that she may be better prepared for an answer, if peradventure it is to be true. Let us go and tell her of it.
What's a good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There's no measure for the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness without limit.
You must hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessings bring it?
Midnight of present remedy, at least in patient sufferance.
I cannot hide what I am. Must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend to no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this. You may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he has taken you newly into his grace, whereas the past week is about a fair weather that he makes himself.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion and careless to rob love from any. In this, though, I cannot be said to be a flat and honest man, and it must not be denied that I'm a plain dealing villain. By my mouth, I would bite it. By my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be as I am and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only.
Ahem. What news, Borachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. Ugh. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonardo, but I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
And will this serve for any mouth to put mischief on? What is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
It is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
One hero, the daughter and heir of Leonardo.
How very forward march, chick. How come you to this?
Well, I heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
This may prove food for my displeasure. That young son with all the glory of my overthrow. But if I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You're both sure you will assist me?
No, that's my lord.
Come, let us to supper. Their cheers the greater than I can do. Shall we go through what is to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed. Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just, he sends me no husband, for the which blessing I am to upon my knees day and night. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woman.
When lights upon a husband that hath no beard.
And what would I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath no beard is less than a man. He that hath a beard is more than a youth. He that is less than a man, he is not for I. He that is more than a youth, well, I am not for him. Therefore, I will take even my sixpence in earnest of the bear and deliver up my eight.
Well, then go you into hell.
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me, like an old cripple with horns on his head, and say, Get you into heaven, Beatrice, get you into heaven. Here is no place for you maids. So deliver I up my eight to the way to St. Peter, where the heavens he shows me where the bachelors. And together we live there, as merry as the day is long.
Well, hero, I think you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make courtesy and say, Father, as it pleases you. Yet for all that courtesy, let it be a handsome fellow, or to make another courtesy and say, Father, as it pleases me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not until God made men out of some other metal than earth.
Come, the revelers are entering. Good room.
He was a famous trumpet man from Chicago way. He had a voice that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone from the draft. He's in the army now, a going readily. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. They made him blow his bugle for his up to the stand. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. Tooties blowing into the bar. He boogie rhythm, he kept going on unless the basic guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. He was so boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. He was the voice of St. Boogie every night.
you walk about this,
Racing
right?
off the St. Boogie. So you talk softly and talk sweetly and say nothing because I know it's so long. And especially when I walk away.
And with me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when please you to say so?
When I like your face, you've got to defend the law, shouldn't be like your case.
My advisor's like Belmont. With the mouse, Joe.
Why then, you're right there and beat that.
Speak low, you speak low. Well, I wouldn't you like me?
Something I like you, don't say right many of talking.
Which is what?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God met me with a good day.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Leonardo.
That's a word I'm not.
I know you by the
the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. But great comparison is funny. Just heard a mention, not much on land, strikes him into melancholy. And then a partridge wing is saved, with the fool being no supper that night.
Sure, my brother's Amazon hero. He has withdrawn her father to break with him about it. The ladies follow her, and yet one vice remains.
That's his Claudio. I know him by his bear.
Are you not Senor Benedict?
You know me well, I'm he.
Signor, you're very near my brother who's lost, and he is enamored on hero. But I pray you dissuade him from her, for she is no equal for his birth. You can do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. And he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent, for beauty is a witch, against whose charms faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Claudio,
Yea, the same.
will you go with me? The prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Well, do you think the prince would have served you
I
thus?
pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor fowl! Now will he creep in the sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. The prince's fool? Ah! Well, it may be I go under that title because I am married. Yea, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter, disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out. I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Senor, where's the count? Did you see him?
In truth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I believe I told him true, that your goodwill had got the grace of this young lady.
The Lady Beatrice had quarreled. The gentleman that danced with her told her she was much wronged by you.
Oh, she has misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man in a mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect the North Star. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with everything Adam left him before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules turn spit, yea, and had cleft his club to make the fire